Long time no see, everyone. Hisashiburi, tanto tiempo sin verte. It's your old mate Chicagon, back at it again. This time with an admission. The No by 2024. I failed. So as always, if you're enjoying the content, don't forget to like and subscribe. And the Discord link is down in the description below, where you can talk about my new haircut or, literally anything else you'd like to talk about. Preferably not my new haircut. So the No by, it's over. It's over. I failed. I am comfortable with admitting failure and defeat. I did not make it through the entire year, and I figured I'd like to talk about it and sort of unpack that. And then at the end, sort of, I guess, then show what I picked up on the May trip to Japan, which sort of inspired this whole ending thing. So for those who weren't aware, we had attempted from the 1st of January to try and go an entire year without actually buying any new additions to the wardrobe, even if they were secondhand or whatever, just nothing new added to the wardrobe outside of basics. And also there were 5 grails and 1 wildcard piece that were allowed. The 5 grails had to be locked in at the end of the year, and the 1 wildcard could have been used on anything. So a little earlier in the year, I did burn that wildcard on the gorgeous Soshiotsky denim jacket. I've talked about it in videos, I've worn it, it is amazing. Definitely don't regret it. But then came a Japan trip in May, at the end of May, and I had gone over there with, the idea that, hey, like, you can just, if you want to buy stuff because you don't really necessarily travel all the time, you should be able to buy things and not restrict yourself, because who knows how often you'll be back in that place or seeing that piece that you found and really, really liked. So with that in mind, I still wasn't, going out looking for things to buy. I mean, like the last trip that I had there, I only did end up buying like 3 things. Really, it was like a coat, a pair of shoes, and I've genuinely already forgotten what the other thing was. Maybe there wasn't even another thing. I think there were like a couple of pieces from Uniqlo at the airport I got on the way home. And so this time, similarly, not really out shopping. Like, I don't really like shopping in person. It really overwhelms me. And when things are just like racks on racks on racks, it does my head in. It's overstimulation, and I can never figure anything out. But what I did end up doing was basically looking online, and I very much prefer and are more comfortable with looking at things online because retailers show what they have, show the dimensions, and you can kind of get a better experience, at least for me, because it's less intense. And I did actually find something that I went out of my way to go purchase from a Treasure Factory, which is just like a select resale shop. And whilst I was there, I did also find something else that I bought. So I bought a couple of things there. It was in the area of Tokyo called Gakuge Daigaku? Gakuge? I'm going to check this. Gakuge Daigaku. So I was right the first time. And with those pickups, was like, cool, like that's fine. Then I had my trip to Nagoya where I went to meet Holly. There's a vlog about that you can watch on the channel as well if you're interested. And on that, I did go to a Kindle and found this gorgeous shirt that I tried on, and I didn't buy. it. I was gonna go back then the next day, but we were both very hungover. That didn't end up happening. So I'd gone back to Tokyo and was like, look, I've lost it. And then spent the rest of the trip thinking about it, and ended up looking for it online, found someone who was selling it, and bought that one as well. So 2 things I bought over there, and then I guess 1 that I should have bought over there. And when I got back, I got back into no-buy mode, wasn't really looking to buy anything. But as time passed into June, I was just like, I feel like this is cheating, and I shouldn't be able to just deny the sanctity of the no-buy just because I had the privilege of going overseas and finding stuff. So yeah, throughout June, towards the end of June, I was like, I guess it's over. Like it's a personal decision, but I feel like if you are still going to buy stuff, everyone's different. if you're participating in the no buy still and you're doing it this way, like, you do whatever you want to do. But I just felt pretty guilty about it. And so I just, towards the end of June, basically end of June, was like, look, I technically got through to 6 months, but like, I can't justify saying that I'm still doing it when I did technically buy 3 things. So I bowed out, took ownership. This is my apology video. I'm sorry. But yeah, it was a very interesting experience overall. And I feel like, honestly, I don't know whether I learnt a lot. And I feel like seeing other people that have also taken the challenge on as well, a very, very similar thing is that they'll get to the end of whatever time that they allotted, and then it's sort of back into consuming things at a very similar rate, if not slightly more accelerated, because you have been holding off for that length of time. And in the end, it makes it feel like, was anything achieved? Did we learn to consume less? I don't know. I feel like for myself, I have been buying things. I've just come across like a few things and traded for a few things that I think are very, very special. But ultimately, I've settled on a method of going forward from here, which somebody else in the Discord, I forget who it is, I'm so sorry, is also doing, where it's kind of like a 1 in, 1 out policy. I am selling a lot of clothes, and when I do sell clothes, I use that money to then sort of replace or like get something else that is, coming in as that piece goes out. And I'm okay with that. And I think that is, what I'll try and stick to going forward. I have been thinking a lot lately that my wardrobe is at this place where I'm very, very happy with it. And, when you hit online with so many different sorts of styles and people doing things and thinking like, oh, do I want to take this route? Do I want to go do this? I've had to like reel myself in and be like, I'm actually genuinely happy with everything I have. Why am I always thinking about what's next? Why not just enjoy what is now and what I have and make the most of it? And time will tell whether I still like this kind of thing in a year, 2 years, because there's things that I still wear now that I've had for 2 to 3 years, some even 4 years in this wardrobe. And I don't see myself getting tired of them. And I don't see why I need to chase like a new aesthetic or like be like, oh, I'm going to sell everything and I'm going to do this other thing. It's silly. And I mean, you can do what you want. Like, this is just my experience in this wild world of, fashion consumption, which, honestly, like, we consume a lot. And if you're watching this content, you're also probably consuming more than the average person is too. And I mean, like, power to you. Like, that's okay. You have the ability to do so. And it's good to recognize that. I don't know whether I'd say I'm proud of it, but it definitely has me sort of slowing down and sort of, with the 1 in, 1 out thing, it means that I'm not like overloading my wardrobe with stuff. Though I will say it is quite full because I am selling a lot of clothes. And so if you want to buy clothes, link is in the description. But ultimately, the no buy was interesting. I didn't feel pressured to buy anything. And there were quite a lot of things that I saw that I did turn down. But it is a funny thing of, it can happen with like buying through proxies where you find a thing and you submit to buy, and sometimes the proxy does take a hot minute to redeem it. And so it doesn't go through immediately. That item sells. You do feel that slight feeling of regret and annoyance. But then, I don't know, I sleep on it and it's like, whatever. Like, there are a few items that over the past few years, I'm like, oh, I really wish that I'd gotten that. But I'm still pretty happy with where I am now. And that kind of just washes over very, very quickly. At least for me, it does. And I like that. And I like that I could sort of get over things that I miss out on very, very quickly as well. I think another factor that put the no buy in a weird place for me as well is that because I do run a little resale shop, I was still looking for items for that. And I guess the separation here was that it wasn't like, oh, I'll buy this item and if it doesn't sell, I'll just keep it because I like it. It's like, no, I need to try and sell these things as well And that meant that I was still looking on Mercari, looking on Rakuma, like just, I was still amongst it all. And that puts me in a different place to other people where they say you were in a no buy and you just weren't looking because you weren't allowed to buy anything. May have felt very different as well. And I think that, yeah, since it has become literally a daily part of routine, just looking every single day, removing that would be like a very, very interesting challenge as well. And, you know, when eventually I do get over selling things, maybe I'll try that. And that in itself will be its own challenge type thing. But I don't think I'd make something official of it for sure. So yeah, the no buy 2024, I failed. I made it to 6 months. I mean, yeah, officially, if you want to not include buying the couple of things abroad, but I didn't want to continue knowing that, you know, we'd made like bent the rules a little bit to let that happen. And that's just me bowing out. So if you're still doing it, amazing. I would love to hear where you are at and how you're feeling, because it's August. There's not a lot, like we're way over halfway. We're heading towards December, baby. We're like, you can do this. You're so close. All right, so with that out of the way, let's look at the 3 things that I got from Japan, if you'd like, or you can go do something else. But here are the 3 things that I got in Japan. Okay, so for this, I'm gonna go in the order of how I picked them up. So starting off with the first piece, the one that I went to Gakugei Daigaku from. Look at that, said it, first time again. This is an Outil chore coat in a cotton linen blend. And look at this. I hope the light picks it up well, but look at this. Just check out the fabric on this. It is gorgeous. The way it's sort of finished, the way the piece is wrinkly just by default. You know, you can sort of just like mess around with it, and it isn't supposed to look like nice and clean. It is looking very, very sort of worn, weathered. And you can see that tag here, this as well here. So as you can see, it is a size 4, which is what drew me to it in the first place. And Outil is a French label that started in 2016 by a guy called Yuya Uta. I'm so bad with my names. Yuya Uta in 2016, and basically they are a massive nerd for like French workwear and just the old school methods and productions of French utility wear. Like Outil in French means tool, and so a lot of their stuff is a lot of chore coats, a lot of moleskin tops, pants, some nice boat neck collar shirts. And the big thing for me though is that a lot of their pieces just would not fit me because they're, I guess, a bit more like tending towards like Japanese sizes. But I found this on the Treasure Factory website, checked the measurements, was like, ooh, this will definitely fit me. So I went to try it on, and it absolutely does, and I'm so happy with it. It's very interesting though, because it does have, because of like the way the fabric looks and wrinkles, it does have an interesting artisanal touch to it. But it's also basic enough that it doesn't, you know, full send you into that territory as well, which can be a bit daunting for some, and thinking that you kind of need to get other pieces to try and fit with the fit. Yeah. But overall, love it. Have been wearing it. Not a significant amount because it has been winter. It is very light. It's not lined or anything. It's, as you can see, it's very, very simple there. But very, very big fan of this coat. Chest pocket to lower pockets. There's no inner pocket on this. It's not lined or anything either. Is there any? No. No inner pocket on this. But yeah, beautiful piece, and I love it. So let's try it on. The Outil chore coat. Sorry, it's like odd sun at the moment. Yeah, just the fabric on this is very, very interesting. It's very lovely. You can see it a bit closer up there. Really like this piece too. This is the one I've been able to wear the most just because of the weather. Lovely. Okay, so that was the Outil chore coat. And as I mentioned earlier, when I was in the Treasure Factory, I did see something else there that was like, oh, that's kind of neat. And it was very, very hot in Japan. Like, I wasn't able to wear that coat in Japan. It was far too hot, you know, mid 30s, humid as all hell. So this is why this piece caught my eye. And I did end up getting them to like bring it down off the wall. And I ended up I didn't even try it on. I was like, this will definitely fit. Because I went on the website, saw the dimensions, was like, this is absolutely going to fit. So no sweat on it. This is a Porter Classic short sleeve button up. And it is known as the Kerouac Shirt. As you can see over here, we have Kerouac printed onto there. And then we have these like gorgeous chest pockets, kind of have very Western vibes to the way that they are constructed. But otherwise, yeah, it's a simple, very, very boxy, wide, open collar button up. You can latch the top button, which is like hidden under the collar there, across. So if you do want to have it like completely closed, but that's not how it's intended to be worn. But I was more curious that I didn't know that Porter, you know, like Porter bags, like they make like the tanker bags. You've seen these everywhere. I think there's a mosquito somewhere. I'm not going to chase it in this video, right? I'll do that after. Yeah, I hear you. All right. Let's continue. So this lovely cotton, a little papery, but it is still very, very light. Here is the tag as well. It comes with an extra button, which is lovely. And yeah, like this was one that I think I got to wear one time. It was towards the end of the trip as well, but I am a fan of this shirt and can't wait to wear it more as the weather is getting better. Like today is a beautiful day. Perhaps I'll wear it today. Let's try this one on, the Porter Classic Kerouac Shirt. All right, and here is the Porter Classic Kerouac Shirt. Wearing it buttoned up. But it's quite nice. I don't think I would ever do the top part up, but do love how the pockets look as well. Very nice. Very, very, forgetting how to speak over here, geez. And here's how it looks unbuttoned. Very nice for the summer. Very sweet and bright. Yeah. Okay, so finally we come to the piece that I saw at Kindle in Nagoya. I tried on, didn't buy it, then came back and bought it and had it shipped over. This is a piece by a Japanese label called Clesste, or Crest, I'm not quite sure how you say it, but it's a collaboration with French artisanal shirt maker Baema T Boa. I'm so sorry if I got that name wrong, but this is their Japanese exclusive Sakura shirt. And this is a gorgeous, I guess of the Baema T Boa site, artisanal handmade fashion made in Brittany, France. Though this one specifically is not. It is made in Japan, as we can see here. So for the Clesste collaboration, the little applique they put on of sakura petals is very, very cute. This shirt is, you can kind of like hear it. It's like this thick, papery cotton that Ollie from Lastly had a look at it, said, what was it, like maybe mercerized to try and like give it this effect of paperiness rather than the softer type of feel of cotton. That doesn't mean that it's not soft. It just has a very different texture to like regular cotton that you may be more experienced with. But this is a lovely shirt. As we can see, also kind of open collar-y. It does have the hook to then go under there. Very similar to the Kerouac shirt. But this is a wide guy and it's just gorgeous. You can see the Sakura petals there. Then the inside as well of how they look. What a cool piece. Like looking further into Clesste, it's founded by Ryo Takashima, potentially a YouTuber. I'm not too familiar with a lot of like Japanese YouTube stuff, but the brand is relatively new. A lot of references on their website to sort of post-pandemic and, you know, using a lot of organic cottons and being sustainable. Their key piece though seems to be bags that are sold at quite a high price. I mean, I didn't get to see any other Clesste pieces while I was over there because this was just at a resale shop. But those bags that they put out, sell out, every time they put out a line of them, all gone almost immediately. They are in such high demand over there. They also do like oversized sweatpants, a lot of very like sporty looking things. So this collaboration has a bit of a different feeling to what they usually produce. And of course is just very, very close and similar to more of the Baema T Boa stuff. So it fits more into what I was looking for rather than loungy wear. And this shirt is just wild. I really, really like it. And I am glad that I did get it in the end. In the End by Linkin Park. Great song. It's my karaoke song. Price-wise, I genuinely don't know what this was new. Looking on the Baema T Boa website, the similar-ish type shirts are about 500 AUD. So the price from Kindle was very, very, very good compared to that. But honestly, yeah, I feel like, I mean, yeah, $500 is a lot to spend on an item of clothing, but very lucky to have this in hand. Because I mean, as well, like seeing those pieces is just hard. And that's another discussion I want to have in a different video, but it's hard to buy things when you can't hand feel them and see what they're like in person. But another time, let's put on this top. All right, so here is the Clesste Baema T Boa shirt. It's very loud outside, I'm sorry. But as you can see, it has a very lovely, boxy fit. And just love the Sakura petals on it and stuff. How nice. How lovely. As New Jeans would say, how sweet. Alright, so they are the three things that I picked up in Japan. Effectively ending the no-buy that ended at the end of June. Oh, how confusing. But yeah, what was your favorite pickup? I mean, yes, they are all tops, but understandably, because clothes over there, very hard to find bottoms for someone portly like myself. But yeah, very, very happy with the three pickups. I do love the jacket and the two shirts. I can't wait for the weather to get nicer. Today is a beautiful day. I am going to put a shirt on and head out, and can't wait to, you know, put them through their paces and make them my own, because that's the fun of wearing clothes. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for hanging out. Hope you all take care of yourselves, be safe, have fun, and as always, don't do anything I do, except, you know, soldier on if you're still doing the no-buy. And if you failed, honestly, no biggie. Like what? Like, I'm not gonna come in and smite you down and be like, I'm disappointed in you. You're probably disappointed in me, and I'll take the blame. I'll take the blame. It's my fault. I'm sorry. All right, you all take care. Be safe. Have fun. Kyotsukete, and catch you next time. Bye bye.